Alright. Alright.
Carjacking fools, load up tools, nigga, I set the rules.
You know how I'm giving it up.
Real hip hop, pussy and top, middle finger to the cops.
You know how I'm giving it up.
Bodies in the ditch, looking rich, with a big butt bitch.
Nigga, you know how I'm giving it up.
Niggas know me, know I still get rowdy. I pull up in the Audi.
Yo, know how
Listen, y'all
I'm giving
just
it up.
rap. Right now, the only thing that keeps me hanging on when I feel my strength, yeah, it's almost gone. I remember mama said, can't hurry, love. No, you just have to wait. She said, love don't come easy. It's a game of give and take. Yo, what's the deal? We got the Blow Up Podcast. How everybody living? I'm here, unfortunately, again by myself, yo. Because motherfuckers be bullshitting. Motherfuckers be fronting. And it's cool if you don't want to do it. I'm cool with that. Just stop telling me, yeah. That's the shit that's whack. Like, damn, I didn't cut that light off. Oh, hold on, let me switch this because I was fucking with this shit. I don't know if y'all can see me like that. And I'm in the crib, I ain't got no guests. That shit was just like, yo, you know what I mean? Just finished cooking up my little spaghetti and I said, look, we're gonna just do the shit. Oh, that's bright as hell. Damn. Y'all see me? So, you know, hopefully everybody all good. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. That spaghetti don't taste too good. My mom's got me some different spaghetti sauce. I usually get ragu. She got me Prego. And so I'm not used to that joint. That shit tastes a little weird. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me 2 seconds. If I take too long, y'all can tap the right twice to fast forward. But hold on. I remember mama said, can't hurry, love. That nigga Kanye just did that song over. It's called Bear. What's it called? Bear? I forget what it's called. Something. But he just did that song over. That's why. You know, Kanye's Kanye, but he's still good with the music. Yo, you know what? So I was inboxing a shorty, you know, and I'm gonna put it out there. Nicole, I'm inboxing Nicole. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You should come through, be a guest. She like, oh, all right, you know, I was waiting for you to ask me. I'm like, oh, word? Like, she acting like she with it. So I'm like, yo, we talking about it. She like, yeah, I'm with it. I'll pull up. I said, all right, cool. Now, the day comes. I'm like, yo, what's up? She like, what time? And what we gonna talk about? I said, anytime afternoon. And I said, we'll find something to talk about. We could talk about, you know, our past if you're cool with that, or just think of some topics if you can. She like, what you trying to get clout? I said, I get clout without talking about you. I don't need no clout to talk about you. I mean, I'm like, we don't even have to talk about that. I was just saying if you cool. But I'm gonna talk about her. Even though she not here, you know what I mean? When she was here, she could have been like, nah, I don't want to talk about it. But now you ain't here, we're gonna talk about it. So, you know, Nicole is somebody I knew for a long time. I don't know if this is gonna seem interesting, but I'm gonna talk about the shit anyway. That's somebody I knew since probably like 2003, 2004. I met her when I worked at Wawa. She was cool. She was real pretty. She was real pretty. You know, we used to kick it. Let me think, man. She was wild though. She was wild. And I think, I'm not really sure, but this is my perception of her. I think she got bullied and shit, which I did too. But when I got bullied, I ain't really try to, bully nobody else. Because she seemed like she got bullied and she tried to fuck with me. Because I remember I used to see her coming wild with black eyes and shit. I used to be like, God damn. I remember the time we was at my cousin's house. I forget, I did something to piss her off. And she fucking kicked me. And my cousin was like, yo. Like right in front of my cousin. My cousin was like, yo, what the fuck did you do? Oh, don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Not in front of me. Like, we're not doing that. You know what I mean? And it was cool. It was not major. She humbled up. Then, I'm going to talk about the time, Nicole. I'm going to talk about this time you did this shit. I'm in Deptford. That's where she live at. Or that's where she from or whatever. We're in the car. In my car. And she said something like, yo, take us somewhere. I said, nah, man, I'm about to drop you off real quick. And she said, nah, take me somewhere. I said, nah, man, I got shit to do. I'm about to drop you up. Yo, somehow, I think I came to it. This was a while ago. Somehow I came to a light or something like that. Yo, this bitch fucking snatches my key out the fucking ignition. I think she put this shit in park, takes my key, snatch it out the ignition, and starts walking towards her house. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, give my key, blah, blah, blah. She ignoring me, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, Nicole, give my key. Yo, she takes that shit and throws that shit in the fucking snow. I was like a fucking mole trying to dig through the snow and shit, trying to get my fucking key. Yo, that shit fucking pissed me off. And I know a lot of people like, yo, you should have beat that bitch up. Man, whatever. That shit was a while ago. That shit was years ago. And Nicole was always cool. She was a little, she was her. And she said talking about how I'm getting clout. You know what I mean? Maybe this is what she would consider getting clout. Because I remember like she used to come over and shit. And she used to come over with this girl. Oh, shout out to Lauren. What's up, Lauren? Hopefully I ain't putting you on blast either. I shouldn't have said your name though. But maybe I could edit that part out. But, you know what I mean? They used to come over and they used to spend the night when I lived at my mom's house. My mom's wasn't there. And they used to come over and spend the night. And I used to sleep in the bed with both of them. I thought that was dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sleeping in the bed with two shorties and shit like I'm a pimp. You know what I mean? And that shit was regular shit. They used to just come over and we used to just all spend the night like all in the same bed, like one big old happy family. It wasn't no menage shit. Just putting that out there, just so y'all, you know what I mean? In case y'all wondering, nah, I'm gonna keep it real. It wasn't no menage shit. I never had sex with Lauren, ever. Never had sex with Lauren. You know what I mean? She seen me, of course, or she touched me, you know what I mean? But we never actually had no intercourse, so, you know what I mean? Shout out to her. And, yeah, I don't know if this is interesting or not. It's just something I want to talk about because I was like, I was going to talk about it with her anyway, but so since she ain't come, you know what I mean? And then I'm giving my perspective on how I remember shit because this was years ago. Like, this is probably like 2004 or 5, something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I could be remembering shit wrong. I'm going to tell you another wild joint. I remember one time, like I said, I lived with my moms and shit, right? I remember one time she fucking came through. And I think we were supposed to do it. And I'm like, yo, I get to the crib. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? My mom's, I forget where she lived at. She didn't live there or whatever. It was her crib, but she lived somewhere else. I don't really remember. Yo, we get to the crib. I locked myself out. I locked the fucking key in the crib. So we get to the crib. I'm like, fuck, man, what the fuck am I going to do? I'm trying the windows. I'm trying the back door. Shit ain't working, right? Yo. This bitch said, yo, you trying to get in? I said, fuck yeah. She said, I know how we can get in. I said, how we gonna get in? Yo, this bitch kicked my fucking mom's door in, yo. Yo, kick that shit in, off the fucking hinges, yo. She just did I think she kicked that shit like twice and kicked that bitch in. And she's small now. She was fucking fat as fuck back then. Smooth kicked that shit in. My mom's was fucking pissed, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was cool because, you know what I mean, I got to get some, but we couldn't lock that motherfucking door for a while. My mom's had to fix that shit. I don't even know if I had a job at that time. You know what I mean? Grown ass man, living at my mom's crib, listening to her bitch at me. You know what I mean? I ain't tell her shorty kicked it in. I told her I kicked the shit in, so. Shit was wild. But yeah, man. Y'all gotta chill out with that front. And yo, if you don't want to do the show, just be like, yo, I'm cool, I ain't with it. I have people who be like, nah, I'm not really, you know what I mean, a podcast type dude. I'm like, all right, cool. I respect that shit. Or even with the subs, like I be going up to people like, yo, what's up, man? You should subscribe. I got homies, people who I consider my homies, talking about, yeah, nah, I got you. I'm still looking. That shit is still at 29. I'm like, well, damn. Like, don't tell me that you gonna subscribe. Yo, even if you gonna, yo, I would respect even if you was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna subscribe. I would respect that more than you telling me yeah and then just not do it. Like, you know what I mean? That seem a little weird. Like, just to be like, nah, I'd be like, damn. But I ain't gonna ask you no questions. But for you to be like, yeah, I got you, and then I look and I'm still at 29, I'm like, damn. But it's cool though, because I'm telling you, yo, I don't give a fuck. This is the one thing, yo. If anything in my life I have faith in, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go viral and I'm gonna make it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get paid off this shit, yo. Watch, and I'm gonna be big in South Jersey. So you know what I mean. Y'all can do all that shit if y'all want, but I'm pressing y'all to subscribe. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna promise you, I'm gonna get to a point at where I'm not even gonna fuck with y'all. Like I'm not gonna be harassing people because I'm gonna get them. Like I'm gonna be so big that they're just gonna come. Just like No Diddy, like fucking what's his name? Like all them niggas. Like millions of dollars worth of game, fucking Joe Budden, Vlad. Them niggas got their subs up so much, they not out there looking for them. They just eventually keep doing shows and they come. You know, and that's how my shit is gonna be. I'm gonna get to that point where I'm just like, yo, I'm not sweating y'all no more. Whatever it is, it may not be at that point like 1 million or nothing like that. It might be at, I might be at 1,000. And then at that point, I ain't gonna fuck with y'all no more. Like, I'm gonna just do the shit. Y'all tap in, y'all don't. But it's cool though. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna act like I'm a, you know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, South Jersey, y'all should hold me down. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see I'm trying to do something. But it's cool. I'm telling you, this shit's gonna get better and better. And I'm gonna keep trying to do what I could do and ask people for right now until I get my shit up. But eventually, I'm gonna get to a point where y'all gonna wanna come fuck, where I'm not gonna go to y'all gonna be trying to come to me. Y'all gonna be hitting that sub button. Y'all gonna be trying to wanting to be a guest and all that. It's hot as fucking here. But yeah, this one ain't gonna be too long, man. I ain't really got a whole lot of shit to talk about. I couldn't really, cause I thought I was gonna have a guest. Oh, let me know in the comments anything, you know what I'm saying? If y'all wanna ask me something, if y'all something y'all think I should talk about, let me know how my I did my little intro. This is the first one for my intro. It's crazy because it's vertical, like I said, like I put it on my, you know, on my story on my social media, but you know what I mean? You gotta turn the shit. When you watch it, you gotta watch it like this, and then when you watch the episode, you gotta make it horizontal. So I meant to put that in the beginning, but I wasn't thinking about that Kanye song. I'm in the crib, man. I'm chilling, man. I'm bummy as hell, no glasses, no shade, none of that shit. You know what I mean? Definitely need a cut. Raggedy little polo tee, but I'm in the crib by myself. We gonna just, but it's gonna get better. I'm gonna do, next week I'm gonna come up with something, man. Either a topic or, you know what I meant to, what's going on with these fucking aircrafts falling out the sky left and right, man? You got the fucking helicopter that crashed in NY. You got another plane that crashed in Florida. Planes is falling like crazy, yo. What the fuck is going on with that? Like, how come? And it just seemed like all of a sudden, within the last, like, maybe year, I think. You know what I mean? Or maybe not even a year, but the first one, you had the joint in Canada. You had the joint, that one was crazy, though. Because the one in Canada, I don't know if y'all know about that one, but it was I think it was Toronto. It was a plane. The shit was coming down. The shit flipped upside down. Nobody died. And no motherfuckers all, not that this is a whole lot, but they got $30,000 each. Every passenger lived and got $30,000. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope because just imagine taking a trip and you just fucking, you know what I mean? It's a little scary because you might think you're going to die, but you fucking live and then you get awarded. I don't know, man. That shit was just too easy. Like that $30,000, that probably make me want to go lawyer up and be like, yo, man, if y'all just handing out $30,000, man, I might try to go holler at a lawyer and see if he could get me a couple. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm gonna be greedy. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Cause I fuck around and get a lawyer, then I fuck around and get $50,000, and he take $20,000. I end up with $30,000 anyway, or he take more. I don't know how that shit work, but anyway, that would be crazy though. But this journey ain't gonna be too long though. Pause. I don't really know what else to talk about. I was gonna talk about some shit I was thinking about. It's old though, but I remember like somebody was telling me, like I had two people tell me, this is old shit though. But I thought it was a little crazy, and y'all know me, I'm not really into a whole lot of conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I'm the type of person, like, I don't, like, things to me is what it appears to be on the surface. This spaghetti don't taste too good, man. And it's like I'm hungry, but it's like, I'm not used to this Prego shit, man. This shit tastes weird. I gotta fuck with the ragu. This shit tastes like, I don't know, it tastes weird. Yeah, but me and one of my family members, I mean, we talking about this a while ago, but we talking about, and her baby dad, they think George Bush was responsible for knocking down the towers. And I was just like, that's crazy. Like, why you think that? Because, I don't know, I just don't see the president of the United States just killing people for no reason. Like, how many people died? Like 3,000 people or something like that? Like, I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm surprised nobody, no, that's old shit. I mean, that's older than that. I was thinking about the Titanic. I'm like, I'm surprised nobody tried to say, somebody sank the Titanic. You know what I mean? I bet if that happened these days, motherfuckers would say that shit, though. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking her thing, but I don't know. I just don't see that shit. And I was like, you know, I wanted to kind of talk about that with somebody, but, you know, I don't know. What y'all think, man? Like, I know this old shit, but I know my last guest, my homie, he probably would think that shit, because he always the type, like, nothing is what it is. I kind of just look at things, it is what it is. I don't really think too much into, like, I think into certain things, but when certain things is like that, I just don't see, like, people lying about shit like that. Like, what are they benefiting from it? Like, and I think she sent me something else, too, one day on IG, talking about nobody really landed on the moon. I'm like, what the fuck do you get out of lying about that? Like, I think people actually been to the moon. I believe Neil Armstrong, you know, I guess that was the first guy on the moon. I feel like he'd been to the moon. Like we're gonna lie about that shit? Or, you know, some people think the earth is flat. What the fuck do they got to, like, what the fuck do scientists got to benefit about lying to us about that shit? So, I don't know. That's about it, man. Nothing really. Yo, but my fucking intro's off the hook, though. I'm proud of that shit. I think that shit is dope, man. That's my own song, you know what I'm saying? That's a joint I did a while ago, but the way I put that shit together was ill. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit is dope. That's about it, man. I ain't really got much more. I'm just trying to drop them every week. I didn't really have much to talk about, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna go viral one day, man, because y'all know I'm not gonna, anybody knows me knows I'm pretty old, but behind me, you know, so, you know, I do this podcast in my crib, and I have a balcony. I was thinking about jumping off that motherfucker one day. You know what I'm saying? And, yo, y'all better stay tapped in, yo, because if y'all see me jump off that shit would be kind of interesting. Because I remember me and my homies back in the day when we lived in New York, we used to jump off the roof. Like, we used to just, like, my building, it was 2 buildings next to each other. My building had 7 floors. The building next to my building was connected. It had 7 floors, but that building was on a hill, so it was 1 story higher. Like, you go in it, I swear to God, because you go in my building, the top floor where my sister still lives today is 7. The top floor is 7. We lived on the 7th floor. You go to the next building, you go in the elevator. The top joint says 7. You go there, go up to the roof. We used to go up to the roof, and shout out to y'all if y'all watching. You know what I'm saying? My old homies from NY and shit. Yo, we used to go up to the roof and just, like, go to the edge and just hang off and just let go and just hang off. It wasn't too far. It was a couple feet or something like that. Just a story. But we didn't jump over, but we just used to hang off with our hands and just let go. Don't ask me why that shit was fun as kids, but that shit was mad fun. But old as I am, man, I feel like I want to jump off. They did have a tree over there. There was a tree, and they cut that motherfucker down. I'm telling you, if that tree was still there, I'd have did that shit today. Like, I'd have jumped onto the tree. But they didn't. I don't know what happened. They didn't took that tree down. So I'm gonna jump off that shit one day, man. And that shit better get me viral, man. Because if I break something, yeah, I need some type of, to get compensated for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if I was the one that caused it or not. I don't give a shit. Yo, shout out to y'all. Peace, blessings, and all of that. And I'm up out of here. Shout out to my man Jers with his joint, his podcast, the Europe Jers Raiders podcast. He got 50 subs, you know what I'm saying? I got him his 50th sub, you know what I mean? I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that, and he gonna be live tonight, and I'm gonna go check him out. And you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my 50 subs. Y'all been bullshitting me, man. What's up, man? Hit that subscribe button. Like, subscribe, you know what I mean? Spin it, share it, all of that, you know what I'm saying? Comment, you know what I mean? Show some love, man, because I'm telling you, when I start moving up, man, and y'all ain't show no love, I'm gonna start forgetting y'all. I'm gonna only show love to the motherfuckers who are showing love on my way up. Cause I'm telling you, I'm going all the way up with this. I ain't really think that with the music, and I wasn't really trying to do it with the music. With this joint, this is something I feel like I want to do. I love talking. I love giving my opinion and my perspective on it. Cause you know, a lot of people come to me and be like, yo, like saying I sound crazy with certain shit, and I don't think so. But look how when I get on this joint, everybody's scared to debate me because they know I'll beat their ass with the wits and the intellect and the logic I'm gonna kick. You know what I'm saying? With my points. So you know what I'm saying? If you with it, come holler at me, yo. Hit me on the DM. Let me know if you try and be a guest. But I got an idea for something next week if I don't get a guest though. I got a good one. So tap in next week. And you, like I said, I do it every weekend. But tap in next week. I got a good one, yo. I gotta. It's you know what I mean? If I don't get no guests, I got an idea on something I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be dope. So check me out. It's only gonna get better and better. You know what I mean? Blow Up Podcast, BUP, and we up out of here. Peace to y'all. Word up. Spaghetti nasty as shit.